I want to show you the tools I created to help me exporting the assets for the game I'm creating, Pacman, using the library MSXgl. Mainly it's 3 tools. This is for exporting images, this is for exporting sprites, and this is actually to exporting the map or the tiles I created for the game. So all the 3 tools have the same common area, that is the palette. The palette can load the default color for MSX or MSX2, and you can modify the colors directly. So it's changing, you can visually see which color you want. Also, this button is to take the colors from the image, the most common colors, used colors. This is to load the palette you already created, and this is to save it, and this is a table I'm going to show you later with the sprites. So this is the working area. You drag and drop the images here. So for example, let's start with the tiles I created for Pacman. This is the PNG. I only using PNG for now. So when you export that, you have the translation of the colors to the palette we have here. So this is, we can zoom this. This is adapting the colors to the closest color from the palette. It's telling you the data size, the size of the image, total pixels, the most common colors used. We always have the transparent color here. So I already have a palette I created. So we are gonna load it, palette, we open it. So this is the palette I'm using in Pacman, and it's translating the colors perfectly. So this is how it should be in MSX. And here we have the exported data for MSXgl. We have the palette code for that. We can copy it and we can save it directly in a file. It's taking the name directly from the file I drop here. So with this I create the tiles for the code. I'm gonna jump now to the sprite section, but I will come back and show you other cool things we can do with this section. For the sprites, the same, just simple rules. You create your assets in Photoshop or whatever. You have horizontal, you have the layers, and vertically you have the frames for that animation. Now it's only working for 16 by 60 and has maximum layers just to don't get insane. So I'm gonna drag and drop Blinky here. This is the data is taken from my sprite, and combining both of them is creating this, and this is the animation. So you can animate it or we can keep it still. The thing is, I like it to use or colors here. So when you activate this, you can see how the final result using the third color by line. And what is that? You have actually you have a table here showing you the color combination. So mixing the white with yellow is giving you this. So the colors that change are the bigger one, and the one that doesn't change is actually the smaller ones. So this is my tool for sprites. I have, for example, the inky. You can see in the small thumbnail is vertical, so it's the same thing. This is the third color coming from yellow and green. Sorry, from white and green. You get this bluish color here. Great. It's telling you the same thing, like how many some data, like we have 4 frames, we have 2 layers, 8 sprites in total, and this is the data. Actually it's exported from for WebGL. and the same, we have the palette here, the same palette, if we want to export it. Anyway, we can save the palette directly here. And then the third tool is actually, so I use Tile, the program called Tile, to create my map for the maze, Pacman maze. And the problem is the only thing I can do there is export it as CBS using the same map I created here, right? So with that tool, I import here the CSV file from Tile, and it's gonna create the data for my map that I can read it gratefully in using MSXgl. So more data here, maze CBS, the file tile, the size, the most common tiles. And actually, if I have an image here and I activate this, it's going to show me how is the final map I'm actually loading. So this is the map I'm using. This is all the icon here, and this is the data from that. You can see the patterns of the else in here. So these are mainly the three tools I use and I created to do this. Is actually when you activate this, you have the most used tiles with graphically here. So this helped me a lot because I cannot use MSXimg, I think, like the tool that we have to export assets. But the problem is I am in a Mac, and I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to install it. I'm more graphic person, so I created these tools to help me to do that in my Mac. Other tools, other things I added here is actually to make other type of assets. So I drag and drop any image I can find on the internet. I resize it to 256, and then with this, remember what I told you, that this is to pick up the colors from the image. It's gonna pick up the colors, the closest color to the image, because remember we have only 7 points here for each color. So you can tap it until you find the one you like the most. For example, this one, you can tap so many times, and then you have color clash in MSX and screen 2 or 6 or 4. So this is actually creating that color crash. So you can export it. That maybe in the future I will add some to export it directly to screen 2 files. And then I'm working on this. This is not perfect, but like creating some kind of dithering to create more these mixed colors in here. But it's worked better with some images, not with other. But anyway, this is work in progress. Other screens, other tests I have here. This is quite cool. You can click again to have to find a better color that you like. And then color class is actually quite good here. Other cool images. It's incredible. It's not even 16 colors, like but look, it's quite nice actually. Color crash. So this could be, I mean, not the MX1, but like MX1, the color you have is are this one. No, it's not this one. Oh, this is a bug. Oh, I found a bug. Okay. Yeah, this is my palette. This is not the colors from here. Okay, anyway. So we have more images here to try. Let's pick up the color from the image. So it's actually pretty close to the original design. Yep, it's quite nice. I mean, I can drop images all day long. Yep. So this is the tool. maybe I will make it everyone free to use it if they want, but mainly is to support things to MSXgl. So I love it. I'm not a programmer. I do something with JavaScript only, and I would love more people like me, like a more graphical focused people making games. So that's why maybe this tool can be useful for some of them. Yep, that's all. It's my first video showing my face, so hope you like it. Bye.